Ambos totalmente How's everybody? Good evening. Trust you're all okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Good to hear from you. Again, this evening we're continuing with this topic
Ranendus Ikiteleketus Tabarakatatat Lembranenus Kiteletushakiat Engaravasandaliketus Imbrateketus Telebushakitat Lambaramamamanus Pakatalenukushikita Lambranetukus Yembrada dakata suparikete lembranendu kutuste kitita lakata. Yembarakatus to kilembre de kita senteri ketu sototo kata. Lembrada darabosh kete lembre de ketus to kitete. Mereketus sototo kakati tekele ketus sototo. Membrade ketus tekete ketus sototo katale ketu. Rakatu shikiti stakatasta tikiti lebo shakiti randala katasta katasta tikiti shikiti randuka sutititititititititititi ratatakasusititititititititi sikiti randalikiti stukipalata stikiti shikiti ratasantalikiti stukiti randalikiti sintilikiti sitilikiti Randelicate, Satilicate, Santalicate, Randelicate, Santa Palicate, Randelicate, Stopalacate, Shikete, Radicate, Sututu, Catalicate, Secate, Yakaracate, Secate, Delicate, Randus, Sututu, Calisticalite, Mamradicate, Secate, Licate, Radicate, Sticilum, Radicate, Secate, Lembrandiketu sutututu barakata sakata legi rubu shekela gaduzukutu ngerigete stekele brandiketu sututu imbrada data legete sekere wushadada imbrandike sunturu wushekere yekete tete legete rudusukutu nagadadadadada Yakarabosam Nalaganos to the Bradicatus to Kelly Bradicate Mande de Delicate Urubus Tekila Gadis Teketer to Rukotus Tekelicate Karababa Bakata Sakata Lukato Sukato Rinketu Sukatura Catalicate Rukete Sekete Ekati Seketalicate to Rababa Baba Dalagado Shigere. Imbradicate Siturubu Shikela Dala Dustu Kilibradicate Imbradukus Tuturubu Shikete Ingarabasta Legedo Nendiketu Sutuka Handelido Imbradiketu Sutuvarana Katistikelido Nimbarabada Dala Gadadala Vushikitelanda Legede Ingedudurubu Sakata Imbradikete Sikite Legete Sukutu Yakatatara Gada Sataligede Indrada Dala Darabakata Situ da rabuka shikiti imparagata suturubukiti siti limbradus to kilibradikiti situ inkaragada da lagida situ imbradikiti sikirikiti dubushadikiti linkaragada da lagada delikiti siti inkirikiti sitirikiti ribusutu inkaragada delikiti sutu bashikiti kilibusutu Bradikiti Stikilindra do Ekarabakata Satalabo Yegede Indaragada da Yekiti Redo Sotorida Rada Lembrada Kati Ludo Shekiti Ingarababa Kata Sadada Lembradikitus to Palambradikede Nengrado Soto Legede Rado Kutu Satalagada Dalado Shekiti Lembrado Sukutu tutu dendre digedo ikaraba baba 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 la gada da gada dede radu kutu sutu ligetete imbra dikete sete rigada da ngere boshegede o ragada da la musutu
Thank you, Lord
logododo
Jesus.
imbra dikatu sutu
Thank you, Lord
kalidede.
Jesus.
Thank you, Jesus.
Father, we
Thank
give
you,
you.
Lord. Hallelujah. Master
Thank you. Sorry, I heard you couldn't hear me. I didn't know that I was off. I didn't know I was off, but I just was part about when I was asking us to thank God for what He did on Sunday. You heard all that, right?
Yes, sir.
Did you hear that part?
No, sir, I didn't hear that.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. You heard, have you? Mrs. Joseph, you heard?
You didn't hear, sir. I didn't hear, sir.
Oh, you didn't hear? Okay. So what I was just asking us to start thank God for Sunday. I believe seeds have been planted in people's hearts.
Yes,
I
sir.
believe God has planted. The Bible says Paul planted, Apollos watered, but increase came from God. The Bible also says that God gives the early rain, and the early rain in Israel is meant for planting. It's the rain that prepares the ground. The Bible says, break up your fallow ground, for planting. And then the latter rain is the one that brings forth the harvest. So I wanted us not to take for granted what was begun on Sunday, and I wanted us to pray and seal it. Not only seal it, but I also wanted us to pray for the latter rain, the rain that brings the one that would take what was planted. Some people it was a planting, some people it was a watering, some people, and so we're going to believe God for the early and the latter, and we're going to believe God for increase, results to come out of this, businesses to be birthed, opportunities to be created. That's what I spent the first 15 minutes praying about off the air. So I'm encouraging us to do that, and then we need to be like the men of Issachar, who had an understanding of the times and seasons. So we want to thank God for the revelation, Lord. Thank you.
Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. We give you praise, Lord. We thank you. Thank you for the seed that you planted. Thank you for the ground that you prepared. Thank you for the life that you touched. Thank you, Father, for those seed that you planted. Thank you for begin to see fruit of this. Thank you for goodness will be birthed from this. Thank you, Lord Jesus. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for men and women who begin to enter into the promise of God in the name of Jesus. No shakata. Lembrados teke lebrada dada. Lengerebo shekete. Thank you, Father. We ask, oh God, for the watering on the seed that was planted on Sunday in the heart of everyone, in the heart of our teenagers and our members. Hey, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Lord.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lord.
Oh,
Father, we
thank
give
you.
you
Thank you.
Okay,
Oh, Ramada Kashintelegede.
All right, before I start to ask you guys to take specific prayer points as you're led by the Spirit, I want to start by saying that we've been going through a lot of things, and I believe even the fruits of the Pauline prayers are beginning to be manifest. We're beginning to understand Scripture. We're beginning to understand the Word of God different from what we had before. And so for each one of you here, there's revelation for you. There's revelation for me. I believe God is doing something in our hearts, bringing us to a unique place, in line with His will and His purposes to be carried out here on earth. And so I want you to pray for yourself. I want us to pray for ourselves right now. That we will not be cast away having preached this gospel to many. That we ourselves, in the name of the Lord Jesus, will walk in the light of the truth of God's word that has been revealed to us. That the seeds that you have planted in our hearts, oh God, will be watered by your Spirit, and there will be increase, oh God. That there will be increase. Manto kotinita. Ebaluto urada katas to padanita. Olo bapaste pravaka stele kata. Ivri du koranata pakileto. Ubasti feke poko pempente kaito. Ublivre de kaketi karanoto. Uri de galeta patu pakita. Le justo costele gatete. Arudo custo paranita carado. Manta keles tudo cura de aba colo sopetita. O lo pravacas de para dos toro bakita. Li dos toro bratasta. Do castello takia. Oh, zapatele zacatas tolo. Manta castolos oba castele. Manta castolos obatas. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Father. In Jesus' name. The first prayer point I want us to consider is this. And I'm going to ask Pastor Isaac to start. There's a tribute to Mr. Nicky Alder that I published on the group's page, and he was talking about what happened to him in 2010 when he was struggling to get tithes and offering into the church. Something, and the reason why I want Pastor take this prayer point is because he once asked me, how do I feel? I was pastoring one of the bigger churches in the city of Ibadan, Jesus Embassy, and so in a much smaller church. And he was asking me how I felt and all that stuff. And I remember recently, well, let me just read what Wale said. Wale said in 2010, I accidentally began to lead a church that had been 16 years. For 16 years, I was angry with the aspects of my church financial capacity. I was so fixated with tithes that came in and the percentage that we retained. And sometime in 2011, we were running a discipleship training school. We started to have external facilitators, Professor Shibajo Leke Elder, Mecca Undu, and so on and so forth. He says, on the day Mr. Elder came, we had a few moments in my office. I vented my frustrations and my anger. He listened and simply gave me a response and says, I'm going to paraphrase. He says, churches don't thrive on tithes. He then went on to paint a picture and says, imagine if you had 10 billionaires in this church and those 10 were generous, you won't have any money issues. So he says, here's the hack that I came away with. Empower people, teach generously, pray that God touches God's people and go to sleep. Now, where am I going with all this? I need to say this to you guys because I remember what Sam Adeyemi, because I've been following him, and he said to him, God said to him, everything you've been doing, I'm paraphrasing now, he says, everything you've been doing now is that when you preach on Sunday, when you preach on Wednesday, when you preach on Tuesday, it's as if you are designing and cutting a particular cloth. He says, people who come to your church, some of them, that cloth is too small. Some of them, this cloth is too big. Some of them, the cloth is the wrong size. He says, now I want you to move out of church and I want you to zero on cut cloth for people. In other words, it's not crowd that indicates others. I want us to pray and focus especially tonight for individual successes in church based on the fact that they have been exposed, one, to the word of God, one, to the knowledge of the technology that is available today. 3, they have been positioned to hear truths and they've been positioned or given certain opportunities to be able to walk in. And to whom much is given, much more is expected. Men and women in our church who will build universities, radio stations, own banks, have and bring forth financial success that one of them should be able to finance the work of the gospel. That's the burden I want to leave with Pastor Isaac this evening.
Melikatata androdushkete palandre de duzukutu. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Jesus. Zubaragi delenendustuke pata. Lembra dushikia la da 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 la da da do. Ra de 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 ketu sotorobo shekita la de. Imbradusa katata. Eya la na na no. Aragede de lenende rebo sutete leke tu soto andere to shakata imbrande lende sakata. Yes, I do, sir. Reduce I heard you, sir. Mandre do sota predike tu steke legede. Thank you, Jesus. Subarada katu soto. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Jesus. Tonight, tonight I want to come from the angle of Jesus Christ. That was John chapter 17. Jesus knowing fully or having the understanding of why he called the disciple, what he asked them to do, a lot of assignment he has given them, and a lot of impartation he has done in their life, a lot of seed, a lot of teaching, a lot of words he has spoken to them, and it is time for them to begin to manifest. And Jesus began to pray for them. He began to pray for them. That's what we're doing tonight. That's what we're doing tonight for everyone in our church, for every member of our church, even for us as individuals. Lot of messages, lot of impartation, lot of seed has been sown into our life. We're praying this evening for the manifestation of all of this in the name of Jesus. Those who have been called into one aspect of their life, that every resources that is needed, Father, we ask for every resource. Mikala nozuta ambregede shekete legre nunda bradikete stalikete abraduzu kete lekete. Jesus said, I have manifested thy name unto the men which thou givest me out of the world. He said, I have manifested. We have been taught. We have received a lot of words. We've received a lot of impartation. It is time for men and women to begin to manifest. It is time for me to begin to manifest in that field, in that aspect. We have in this evening, Malinin Zukaya Nante Imbregede. Radusa kaline musha kata lembrado zoto ranande leketu satata ligedu yembriagadu zuta legete. In every aspect of God's call upon our people, mambredu shakita lana imbragede deleketu suta pranande ketu randelekitu stupalana nekete yandeleketu rondu zakatete randele ketu stalamarana negedu kotu sotelegede yagada da randa lagade randele ketu sontolegede ramsota ambregede ayakatata likete randele ketu sontoregede radulu marananda katu sotutu randele kedu stapkete. In the name of Jesus, Randeketu Sotolikte, Lengaranana Nuzudelegete, Randeleketu Sotolegete, Randekesha Ambradu Satalikete. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. I am still zeroing on the word of Jesus. In John chapter 17, verse 6, he said, I have manifested thy name unto the men which thou hast given me. He said, now they have known that all things whatsoever thou hast given me are of thee. What am I trying to say tonight? Day after day, Sunday after Sunday, Tuesday after Tuesday, Wednesday after Tuesday, seed of the word of God, seed of the prophecy of the word of God is, has been coming upon us, upon our ground. I think it is time for us to begin to manifest. it starts to begin to manifest. And Jesus said, I pray for them. I pray not for the world, but for them which thou hast given me, for they are thine, and all mine are thine, and thine are mine, and I am glorified in them. We are going to begin to pray tonight. The Father, we will begin to manifest. We will begin to manifest. Every one of us will begin to manifest in the name of Jesus. We will become that which God has asked us to become. We will become that which God has called us to become in the mighty name of Jesus. Mandike luto ambregedede. Embranendosta likarine no shekete lembranande liketu soto paline gede. Jesus said, I am no more in the world, but these are in the world. Father, we need to manifest. You will help us, you will help men and women in our midst in the name of Jesus. Mangredis teke limbranande zekete. Ekaya katatatali lekitu soto leketi rande ketu stalakata. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. This statement that we make every Sunday in church, that we are to live our standing life and service to God, transforming our world. Everything that we need to transform our world is being imparted into us. I declare this evening that every one of us will begin to manifest Him. We begin to transform. We begin to affect our world in the name of Jesus. Everyone that is given one assignment to do, Lord, we will do them and will begin to be a blessing in the name of Jesus. Those that need finances, Lord, you will supply. Those that need strength, you will supply. Those that need wisdom, you will supply. Every resource that we need as individual and as a church to manifest your glory, you will grant unto us in the name of Jesus. Thank you, Father. Mandiketu sutalakayagara.
We give
Thank
you
you,
praise.
Jesus.
All right. Thank you, Pastor Isaac. God bless you. I'm going to leave the same. I'm going to leave the same prayer point for all of us tonight. I'm going to ask Pastor Ushowe to lead us next now. And I want to take it a little bit further. I want to take it a little bit deeper. The Bible says the whole world. Let me tell you the challenge I had. Over the weekend, I've been having this dialogue with God, and I was trying to, I kept asking him, what's happening? Why are we not as big as we should be? Why are we not, and all that? And was there something wrong since I left the gym? Did I do something wrong? Am I supposed to, And I began to ask myself. It was only tonight that I began to get a glimpse of what he was beginning to show me. It's not the size of the church, it's the people inside the church and the impact they're supposed to make. The Bible says the whole world is lying in waiting and then is groaning in travail, waiting for the manifestation of the sons. It's not the number of sons, it's having sons. And TBN has a reputation of, I remember when we did this competition many years ago that Ms. Solini was referred to the other day, we had the highest concentration of the number of people who got the loan purely on merit. There's something in this concentration, and God keeps reminding me, does Harvard have branches? Do they have a lot of students? He says, but the impact they are making on society. Israel is one of the smallest nations in the world, yet they own and control almost 70% of the world's, what they call it, not copyright. Some of the world's greatest inventions come from them. From this group of people that he has put together, there is something supposed to come out of them.
Amen.
And that's what I want you to pray about. As soon as Zion travailed, she brought forth
your presence right now.
Lord,
unto thee, O Lord. Father, Lord, touch them like never before in the name of Jesus. Manifest your power from them in the name of Jesus. Lead them, oh Lord, Father, in the name of Jesus. Father, Lord, Bible says in Psalm 118, verse 25. Psalm 118, verse 25. It says, save now, we beseech you, O Lord. Send now prosperity, O Lord, we beseech you. And give us success, Father. Upon these people, O Lord, give them success in the name of Jesus. Upon these people, O Lord, send prosperity upon them in the name of Jesus. Let them manifest, O Lord, in the name of Jesus. As they be fed, O Lord, as they be equipped, O Lord, let them manifest, O Lord, in the name of Jesus. Touch them, O Lord. Lord, let them manifest in the name of Jesus. In the book of Job, Job 36, verse 11, it says, if they obey and serve him, they shall spend their days in prosperity and their years in pleasure. Father, Lord, give them an obedient mind, O Lord, so that people shall spend their days in prosperity and their years in pleasure in the name of Jesus. Oh, Father, let your people manifest in the name of Jesus. Father, let your people manifest in the name of Jesus. Speak to them, touch them like never before in the name of Jesus. I want to also read in the book of Psalm 40, verse 2. It says, "He brought me up also out of a horrible pit, out of the mere clay, and set my feet upon the rock, and established my going." Let's pray, Father Lord, that the Lord shall establish the goings of your people in the name of Jesus. Shall establish them on the rock in the name of Jesus. It shall come into them and speak through them, and they shall be established, Father, in the name of Jesus. They shall be established, Father. Let's pray that your children shall be established in the name of Jesus. That your children shall be established, that great success shall be theirs. They shall begin to manifest, oh Lord, in the name of Jesus. Manifest the seed of the word of God in their lives in the name of Jesus. Let not just be hearers, oh Lord, but they shall be practitioners of your word in the name of Jesus. And as they practice your word, oh Lord, Father, they shall be manifested in the name of Jesus. Touch your people, empower them, oh Lord. Speak through them in the name of Jesus. Let your glory shine upon them, oh Lord. Let your spirit, Father Lord, let your spirit, Father Lord, be upon them in the name of Jesus. Touch them like never before, oh Lord. Father, we shall begin to see fruit. Fruit shall continue to generate from them in the name of Jesus. We shall speak fruit, multiplication of fruit upon their lives in the name of Jesus. Multiplication of fruit, oh Lord, in the name of Jesus. We shall see multiplication. Let's pray that we shall see multiplication of fruit upon their lives in the name of Jesus. Kill your people, oh Lord. Put their eyes of inner understanding, oh Lord. Father, to manifest, oh Lord, in the name of Jesus. Yes, let them be a people of impact, oh Lord. Let your people be a people of impact, oh Lord, in the name of Jesus. They shall be a people, Father Lord. Their business, they shall be a people of impact, oh Lord, in the name of Jesus. In their neighborhood, they shall be a people of impact in the name of Jesus. In their families, they shall be a people of impact in the name of Jesus. Father Lord, glorify yourself in their lives in the name of Jesus. Establish yourself. Let them manifest, Father Lord, in the name of Jesus. Let your people manifest, O Lord, in the name of Jesus. Touch your people, O Lord. Touch them like never before, O Lord. Give them a new experience in their life. Let them be established like never before in the name of Jesus. Let them be established from the north, from the south, from the east, and from the west, O Lord, in the name of Jesus. Them, O Lord, in the name of Jesus. Spread their wings and let them begin to soar, Father, right now in the name of Jesus. Upon their lives, O Lord. Let your will be done, O Lord. Let your kingdom come upon them, O Lord. Upon your people, O God, let your will be done upon them, O Lord. In the name of Jesus. Let your kingdom come upon them, O Lord. In the name of Jesus. Strengthen them at this point, O Lord. In the name of Jesus. As you equip your people, O Lord, it shall manifest, O Lord. It shall manifest your power and your glory, O Lord. In the name of
Thank you, Lord Jesus.
Father, your name, Father,
Hallelujah.
we give you all the glory, O Lord. We give you all the praise, O Lord. Thank you, Father, Lord. In Jesus' name.
Amen. Amen. I want to give the last two assignments. I want to give the last two assignments. Mrs. Joseph, there's I shared something with the leadership on Saturday, and I reminded them that let me just see if I can find it. I sometimes I'm not in a place to try to remember. Let me just it's here. It's here. Just look at it. It's actually quite simple. This is what the gentleman said. He says, there's no discipleship apart from evangelism, and there's no evangelism without discipleship. So there are two prayer points I want to take, and I'm asking you, Mrs. Joseph, Pastor Isaac, do you mind? The two parts I want you to look at tonight is the first one that says, my little children, the first one that says, as soon as Zion travailed, she brought forth her children. That's the first one. That's for Mrs. Joseph. And the idea is very simple for me. We're kings and priests. If we're not priests, we're not going to be kings. If we're kings alone without being priests, we won't succeed. If we're priests alone without being kings, we're going to be poor. And I believe that's the balance God is trying to bring to us now. And so my prayer point for you tonight is that scripture that says, as soon as Zion traveled, that we need to give birth to the people God has sent us to. We need to bring them into the kingdom. And Jennifer, yours is the other side of the story where it says, my little children of whom I travail in birth until Christ be formed in you. And that Christ be formed you is those sons. It's that full manifestation, that full glare, that maturity in business, that maturity in ministry, that maturity in whatever God has called us into. So Mrs. Joseph, yours is, we've got to reach people. We've got to reach the people God has sent us to. He's not telling us to do one at the expense of we're not going to be successful without being priests. We're not going to be able to be priests if we're not intercessors already. We're not prayer people who are given back to the will of God on the earth. So those are the two last prayer points I want us to take tonight. And the first one, Mrs. Joseph, I want you to pray about is as soon as Zion traveled. And I want you to notice that, I'm sorry, I can put up the scripture for you. It says, it's in Galatians chapter 4, verse 19. It says, as soon as my little children of whom I travel. Sorry, that's the second one. The other one is Old Testament. I'm sorry. It says, let me correct this now. It says, as soon as Zion travailed, she brought forth her children. So I want you to pray for us to give birth to the children you want us to give birth to. And then Jennifer will pray about us becoming the men and the women that God wants us to be in prayer. Do you both understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is Joseph.
Yes, sir.
Before I commence the prayer, praise the Lord. Like Pastor said that he tried to ask God question. I had the same burden throughout today. I just sat down and I asked question. I said, God, when a woman is pregnant for 9 months, they will expect the woman to deliver and bring forth a child. I begin to ask questions. A lot of people come to me and said, you are sent. And I sat down this evening, I said, God, I'm saying, how will I be able to deliver? I'm saying, but how do I want to deliver? How do I want to bring forth this child? I thank God that this prayer is coming tonight. And the only thing that comes to my mind, because since morning, my heart has been heavy. Because the same person, Pastor, I asked God, what is my offering? Even if I'm a sinner, have mercy on me. I want to reach out to people, but I cannot reach out the way I am now. When will you answer me? When will I deliver these children? My heart has been heavy since morning. Since morning. I'm just being relieved some minutes ago when we started this prayer. Because I've been asking questions, God, when do I want to bring forth? If somebody is pregnant for 9 months, 10 months, 11, that person did not deliver, people will begin to ask questions. So, sir, if I say I know what to pray about, I don't know. But I know that the Spirit of God will help us. I just want us to begin to pray in the Spirit. Help us to manifest.
Lord, give back. We will not be weary. We will not be tired. Lord, we will give back. We will give back. We will give back in the name of Jesus. Your word say, as soon as Zion travel, give back to his son. Maria Gada Dolono Zikarabata Kazete Legetu Robo Shekete Imbradikiti Satata Gendelekiti Staleketu Randa Libria Gadus Tikiti Lendrekete Legetu Stakala Bradusokoto Imbradikiti Situmani Talentu Robo Shekete Shakiara Busto Dendara Bagada Badikiti Sekete Teleki Robo Shekiala Nadusti Lembra da Ragadikiti Sotutu Robo Sheki Lenendu Katasata Tusta Mambere Kitu Shakiala Nando Briagadu Zotuliti Yekete Nande Regede Nando Robo Shakiala Duzotu Radikiti Stile Nandaraba Katu Sotutu Malia Ranandele Gedu Kadasatala Shekiti Rababa Gadi Deledu Sata Interede Radu Kaline Dustikata Lembra Diagatus to Kilindendo Membra Gadi Delegetu Soturanda Dadu Igiala da Raboka Sheketuto Lembra Digilu Sunta Linda Gadi. Lord, we will travel more, we will travel more, we will travel more, we will push more, we will push more, we will push more, we will push once again, we will push once again, we will push once again. Raza Andre Geduketito, Lembra Dikitista, Lembra Dadadu, Lengregedu Godusiketi Radadalaga de. We will push more, we will push more in the name of Jesus. Indaragada Lembra de Kusuto Robo Sheke Legede Imbara Baba Kashialana de Regede Regetu Ranana Ikiala de push more, push more. Ingaduza kita lande sutu rada duzeki lenendu barabasha de imalagada du sutu likitete ikaraduza tarabagada duzokotu rende
Bible Gateway, Isaiah 66, NIV. 1. This is what the Lord says, Heaven is my throne, and the earth is my footstool. Where is the house you will build for me? Where will my resting place be? 2. Has not my hand made all these things? And so they came into being, declares the Lord. This is the one I esteem.
Thank you, Lord Jesus. Ladies and gentlemen, let me say this to you, please. It's something I try to teach, and I hope one day we'll get it. Tonight, we're not ending prayers, we're starting them.
Yes, sir.
This is not the end. So when you wake up tomorrow morning, you go to sleep tonight, and this burden continues, please yield to it. You know, my sister just said some things just now, which we don't hear very often. And yet it's right there in the scripture that I shared. Who has heard such a thing? Who has seen such things? Can a country be born in a day, or a nation be brought forth? And yet, as soon as Zion says, do I bring to birth and do not give delivery, says the Lord? Do I close the womb when I bring to delivery, says your God? In other words, he's saying whatever is not him. Am I making sense? It's not him. But the Bible still tells you and I that as soon as Zion travailed, she brought forth her children. And that word travail, believe me, it can be prayer, it can be groaning, but it can mean many other things. What I just want us to agree with before I hand over to Jennifer now is that, Lord, whatever it takes, whatever you require of us to do. You told Peter to go into the city, and it will be told him what to do. Lord, your children are crying out to you tonight that we want to see you in our lives. We want to manifest you in our lives. We want to manifest you in a way that glorifies you. We want to bring honor to your name. We want to give birth to what you've called us to give birth to. We want to do what you created us to do. You said as soon as Zion travailed. Father, tonight we are committing to you and to your spirit to yield to him so that we can bring forth, so that we can bring to birth, so that we can carry out your will. Lord, we will not be afraid, and we will be obedient to your will. We would listen for your voice. And Lord, by your spirit, we will carry it out. We will not panic. We will not turn back. We will not put our hands on this plow and turn back. Lord, we will travail in birth until these children come forth. We will travail in birth until what you have said comes to pass. We would wrestle with you all night. We will not let you go until and unless you bless us. Imbremendu rigada. Vudos delia. Vudos delia. Vuzo delia.
Until you bless us, O Lord, we will not let you go. In the name of Jesus, we shall continue to hang on to you, O Lord. We shall continue to cling on to you. Father, Lord, we shall continue to embrace you, O Lord. We shall continue to embrace you, O Lord.
Thank you, Lord Jesus. We give you praise. Jennifer, over to you.
Yes, sir. We're still praying just as you have said, the purpose. Well, we're praying God's heart at this moment in time. Scripture says, train up a child in the way he should go. When he's old, he will not depart from it. And when Paul was talking to the Galatians, and he was saying, of whom I travel in birth again until Christ be formed in you. Until Christ be formed in you. It's a maturity, it's a growing. And we know that it's an instruction that when we're trained in this way, when Christ is formed in us, it doesn't matter where we are, we will not depart from it. We would not be able to depart from it. I want us to open our Bibles, if we can, to Psalms 119 from verse 33. There's so much about the entire Psalm 119 that talks about us being formed, us being taught of God. And I know that this is where we are when we say we want to be mature in God, we want to be mature in Christ, until Christ is fully formed in us. Christ is the person who stayed on course of what God wanted him to do. He was in the full promise of God, God's will, God's way. It was always in the will of the Father. It was in tune 100%. So when Christ is formed in us, this is what we can expect, that we are living this life that is manifesting the desires, the very heart of God. If God turns left, we're turning left. That because we are in tune with God, we're aligned with His will and His way. So I want us to pray Psalm 119 from verse 33 to 40. It says, God, and I'm reading the Message translation. God, teach me lessons for living so I can see the course. Give me insight so I can do what you tell me. My whole life, one long obedient response. Guide me down the road of your commandment. I love traveling this freeway. Give me an appetite for your words of wisdom and not for piling up loot. Divert my eyes from toys and trinkets. Invigorate me on this pilgrim way of the road of God's commandments. Affirm your promises to me. Promises made to all who fear you. See how hungry I am for your counsel. Preserve my life through your righteous ways. Let us pray that God, till Christ is formed in us, till we are mature, till we continue on this journey, this never-ending journey. We know that even after we leave here, what we can look forward to, what we know we can trust you for, what we know we can sit with you about, is that you will continue to teach us how to live, how to stay on course, how to be in the fullness of your promise, your will, and your way, how to exert your kingdom in the earth, how to exert your kingdom even in heaven, how to live life, how to direct our energies such that as you desire, as you will, as you desire, as you will. Oh God, right here to stay with you until we are fully formed, until we come to the knowledge of the truth. Whole and holy, our entire life, let it be just a single yes to your will, yes to your way. Let our whole life be yes to you, God, because we know we your sons are here, God, and we know that once we're trained in your way, we are not departing from it. We are not going
commandment, O
we
Lord.
have no
Don't let
desire
us
to
degrade,
stay
O
away
Lord. As
from
we
you,
mature,
God.
O
We want to
Lord, to
listen
full
for
growth,
your
O Lord.
counsel.
Don't let
We
us
want to
depart,
listen
Father,
for your wisdom.
in
We
your
want to
command, O
listen for
Lord.
your way,
Don't let
God.
us
In the
depart in your
name
way,
of
O
Jesus,
Lord.
you formed us. Now breathe your wisdom over us so that we can understand you. Oh, Mama,
Teach us,
Sekedebelendia,
O Lord, teach us.
Remember,
Teach us how
Sudabakadaya.
to run
We are
a stable
staying,
trade in
God,
the name of
expecting your word. Namasikadebele, because your decisions
Jesus.
are right. Your decisions
Father,
are
we
right.
mature,
You are
O
testing us,
Lord. Keep us to
asking
the
us
end.
what is true and
In the
what
name
is
of
right.
Jesus.
Namasikadebelenia, Namasondata, Lebeniza Rabalakada. Your
Establish
revelation
us
is
on the
the
path of
tune that we
righteousness, O
dance
Lord,
to,
in the name
God.
of Jesus.
Namasuda
Establish us
Balakada.
on what is
Keep
true, O
our
Lord, in
minds
the name
fixed
of
on your
Jesus.
counsel.
Yes,
Labakoda Balande, Leberinda Naze, so that all who
teach us,
fear
O
you
Lord, the
will
ways of
turn
the
to us for
serpent, O Lord,
evidence of
in
your
the
wise
name of
guidance.
Jesus.
Oh
And
God,
keep us to
in
the
our
end, O Lord, in the
community,
name of Jesus.
Nasikede,
Yes,
they will turn to us for wise guidance because they would know
as we
that of a
mature,
truth,
Lord,
these
we shall
ones,
mature into full growth, O Lord, in the
Nikedebelenge,
name of
see Joseph, God, see how you use him to not just teach but the
Jesus.
world. Nimano Sikedebelenda, Nima
Establish us by your word, O Lord,
Sikedebelosha,
in the name of
Libanade.
Jesus.
He was doing
Equip
one
us, O
thing.
Lord,
He
O
was
Lord, in
there
your
for
word, in the name of
interpretation.
Jesus.
And he said it,
Oh,
who
Riva
am I to
Shintara
interpret it? It is
Batekara
God who gives
Baraba.
interpretation to
Father,
dreams.
as we
And in the
Father, as we mature
interpretation,
in
he
the
was
man,
able to give wise
establish us, Father,
counsel
as we
that
mature in the
delivered not
faith,
just
O
the
Lord.
nation, that
Establish
delivered
the word
not
upon
just
our
the
life, O
tribe,
Lord.
that delivered not just the
Yes,
community
Tutu
that
Riva
settled in a place,
Shintara.
but he saved the
Yes, Santa
world. Far and wide
Karabata.
people came.
Santa
Nima Sukaraye. And it
Karabata.
was the harvest that
Riva
he
Santa
alone was
Karabata.
able to keep that fed the
Tutu
world.
Kushinta
Oh
Karabata.
God,
Yes, Santa
Namasukadaye. We want to
Karabata.
be taught of you. We want to till
Tutu
Christ is
Riva.
formed in us, till we
Tutu
can see
Riva Santa
tangibly
Karabata.
that this one,
Tutu
this it was
Riva.
said of them that definitely
Tutu
these were the ones who follow Christ. It was said of them that definitely these ones have been with Christ. It was said of them, Makada Balande, and God, when the Holy Spirit came upon them on the day of Pentecost, it was even reconfirmed again because they came with boldness. Now, Sukata Balande, every dimension of the Spirit, this same Spirit that raised Jesus Christ from the dead, that walked with Jesus while he was on the earth, this same Spirit that took him and he was able to teach in the synagogues, those who were older than him and more experienced, who had been sitting with the law, who had been sitting with the letter of the law, who had been sitting with the scriptures day in and day out, who were priests according to the order of their families. He was able to teach them and bring them fresh understanding what they have not seen because he has your spirit. Oh God, now by your spirit, God, until Christ is formed in us by your spirit, God, that we are able to live whole and holy, oh God. Libana kadabalande, libarosi de kinebelendia, nakadabalande, libakora radaze, libanaze delebeneke, libanaje di lebaroka daze, kadile menosha, la radadabana kadala banese de belende kidia, lebarona dazi kedebelosha, until we can nebelede, libana kadadaze kedebelen, nimanosu kadadaze kedebelosha, leberende de lebelosha, libakora dadaze, lebanasheke, oh namasukada, oh it will be said of members of the
Oh,
bridge
thank you,
network,
Father.
oh man abroad, hey, Christ is in them,
Keep us, oh Lord, and teach
they
us,
have
oh Lord,
been
the
with
statutes of
Christ.
your word, oh Lord, so that we can go
These
into
are the sons of God, they will say.
the name of
Our reputation would not
Jesus.
only be in the things of the natural, expectations that would hold the moral high ground, but would come with wise counsel and understanding. Nasukata balande, lebana kadi lebenosha, leperinda razike, lebana zikede, ada balade. It will be said again of us, the eyes of the men of Issachar, they lead up panage, dina zikede belosha, nenana zikede belende, libana kadaya. Members of this church, oh, they understand times, they know season, they know just what to do per time. Lebana kadaya, Christ is in them, the hope of glory. Oh, we see God in this ones. It will be said of us, so namasike de belende de bene, lipakoda da 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 banana, lebana kada da da yelebenosha, libakadada lebenekede lebenosha, libaranda dada zikede belosaka, libanakada balande lebenezi kedila banosha, libaro dada sike, oh namasuka dada balaye, libakura dada banaze lebenosaka, libakada dada lebenezi kede belosha, libanakada lebeniza de belendia, libakura dada labaneke. We thank you, my holy God.
Thank you, Lord.
Thank you, God.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jennifer. As we close, I'm going to share with you guys who are here tonight a prayer booklet that I stumbled on in visiting somebody on Friday. I saw the physical book. I couldn't get the physical book, so I got the best digital copies I could, which I want to encourage all of us to, especially those of you who are here. I'm not going to share it far and wide because somehow people despise things and therefore they lose the value of what I'm about to share. I'm going to share with all of you who are here tonight. But I want us to, we're going to be getting specific direction for prayers, and not just, let me put it this way, it's not just going to be, Father, do this, and it's a vague prayer point. God is going to give us specific, I don't know how to put it, growth templates or percentages, or I don't know if you get the point. There's going to be numerical. You're going to be able to measure. Are you getting the point I'm making? It's not just going to be vague. We're going to believe God for X number of souls on Sunday. We're going to believe X number of visitors on so on, things like that. Savior, so people coming to the Lord. We're going to believe God for increase. And because when we pray for increase in our finances, we're not praying for increase in TBN's finances alone. We're saying somebody who was tithing 10,000 naira will now begin to tithe 100,000, which means our income has gone up tenfold. So this is the kind of thing I believe we're going to be stepping into. But I want to do it as gently as I can, and ask all of us to believe God for this. I shared something on Saturday with the leadership, which I'm not sure if people heard it really. It's this interesting thing about Kenneth Hagin telling this lady, Billy Brim, who said he walks into her office and says to her, do you know that when the Holy Ghost said that, he says, years ago I worked for Kenneth Hagin, and he came into my office one day, and just out of the clear blue sky, as it will often happen, he said, do you notice it doesn't say that on the day of Pentecost that those from the upper room spoke in all languages? It said they heard them in all these languages. So in other words, I used to think the people in the upper room spoke in different languages, but that's not what the Bible says. The Bible says they were speaking whatever language they were speaking, but people from different places began to hear it in different languages. Now, there's a benefit for that happening in a service and all that, but what I got from this story was that you really don't know what I have prepared for you. You don't know what the supernatural I've made available to you. And until you understand and find it in scripture, you're not going to walk in the manifestation of it. And so we have never seen such a manifestation because we have never known to believe for it. I don't know if I'm making any sense to anybody.
Yes,
we've never, because you're not expecting it. And there's something that I remember when I was still in Jesus' Embassy, God used to deal with me about it. He says, everywhere the soles of your foot has tread, I have given it to you. He said, the problem is, if the soles of your feet have not tread upon it in the word, you don't get it. And so I'm believing God tonight because that's one of the reasons why we began to study this topic about after the Spirit. He says, I don't just pour my Spirit upon spirit. I pour my Spirit upon all flesh. I pour my Spirit upon things, upon businesses, upon things that will cause them to explode. I'm asking you tonight to believe with me for an explosion for your life, explosion for my life, explosion for our church. Not necessarily just numerical numbers of people coming in 500, 600, no, but people getting saved, people coming to the knowledge of God, people going out there making, like Pastor Isaac said, outstanding life and service to God, transforming our world. That's what I want you to leave here with tonight. I want you to leave tonight with an expectation. And like I said, I'll share the book in a few minutes. As we close, I'll share the book to your individual. Like I'll share it on the Monday prayer group as well, and the prayer group. But I just need you to let's believe God for tangible. God says, I want to pour out my spirit that you will see it tangibly. Those people who were hearing the language in their own tongues, they were hearing it physically. They were not hearing it spiritually. God wants to give dimensions of his spirit. He's just looking for those of us who will believe him. And I'm believing God for greater manifestation of sons. I'm praying, I'm believing God for greater breakthroughs, for those who are going to build institutions that are going to transform our world and are going to be so successful that we don't struggle to pay bills. In the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. Father, thank you. Manda kaluto ora daki karaba. Embremunto kolo papa. Embremonstulu brava kita. Embromente kalazatu kora dakita. Mindo koro dos tele brava kateta. Mumpo kostolo zati kara dakasta.
Supernatural upon our lives in the name of Jesus.
Manda kastolo zopata stela
Lord, in our lives. Father, Lord, to be able to establish your word, oh Lord, in the name of Jesus.
Yes.
And explosion, Father, Lord, get people saved, oh Lord, in the name of Jesus. Father, Lord, in the lives of your people, oh Lord. Explosion in the ministry, oh Lord, in the name of Jesus. We believe God for an explosion in our businesses, oh Lord, in the name of Jesus. Father, we pray, oh Lord, an explosion, oh Lord, in the name of Jesus. Father, we believe you for an explosion, oh Lord.
I have forgotten where the scripture is, but somebody can remind me. It says something about one shall be called a nation. That's the kind of thing I'm believing God for. I've forgotten where the scripture is, but it says, one will be called. That's the context in which I will get the scripture in a minute. But there's something God wants to manifest. It's a much more powerful, it's a greater impact. He says that's what will draw men. That's what will draw men. That's what will draw men into the kingdom. When they see what he can do with one person, when they see what he can do with one family, when they see what he can do with individuals, when they see Mantakito, Ulitaka Sita Noto Dote, Minka Tala Zuto, Rumpaka Titeleka, Amantaka Latakita, Doko Koste, Idres Donompa, Mintale Dekita, Zidusto, Oh Baste, Manta Katos Toro, Manto Costodos Toro Bakata.
Father, Lord, let us encounter an explosion, oh Lord.
I found it. It's Isaiah chapter. It's Isaiah. 60:22. Isaiah 60. It says the least of you will become 1,000, and the smallest of you a mighty nation. Let's believe God for that. The list of you. Manta Castorodo. Mamba Tostorodo. Mondo Stolo Catabata Stele Kudo. Bato Stolo Baka. Manta Casatolo. Yes.
In the name of Jesus.
Oh,
we come a strong nation, oh Lord. Hitting for Lord.
Yes.
As you bring strength into our lives, oh Lord. As you bring strength into our church, as you bring strength into our businesses, oh Lord.
Yes.
In the name of Jesus.
Thank you, Lord Jesus. Now, you got to understand, this is the part I want to close. I was going to do it tomorrow, but let me do it tonight so that I don't forget. When the Bible, whenever I read that scripture that the men of Issachar who had understanding of the times and knew what Israel ought to do, I want you to notice that it wasn't saying he knew what the government needed to do. It didn't say it knew what it says Israel, the people that have a covenant with him, they need to know what they are supposed to do at this time. And I used to think it was about others, but I now realize it's about me. In other words, if I know what God wants me to go into in business right now, I can succeed in an unusual way. If I know what God wants me to do in my teaching profession right now, I can become who God wants me to be. If I know, and that's what I'm believing God for, as we go into tomorrow's prayer meeting, as the men of Issachar, that we will have an understanding of the times and season and know what we ought to do as God's representative here on earth, in the name of the Lord Jesus. The little one shall become 1,000, and the small one a strong nation. And it says, I, Jehovah, will hasten it in its time. Father, like Mary of old, let it be done unto us according to your word. That's how you pray, that let it be done according to your word, according to your plan, according to your purposes, right now, in the name of the Lord Jesus. Father, we thank you. Father, we thank you. Let's give him thanks. Let's give him thanks. Let's return the glory. Let's return the glory. Let's return the glory. Let's be careful to give him the glory.
Thank you, Father Lord, for your word this night, oh Lord.
Let's be careful to give him the glory, the honor, the adoration. Let's thank him for direction.
Oh, Father Lord, we thank you for the purpose. We thank you for your direction, Lord. Thank you for where you led us through,
what
Lord.
to do.
In the name of Jesus. Thank you, Father, for opening our eyes, oh Lord. Eyes of our inner understanding, oh Lord, to receive that which you have for us tonight in the name of Jesus. Thank you, Father Lord. Lord, Father Lord shall refresh, oh Lord. The word, oh Lord, shall establish us, oh Lord. Shall establish, the word shall establish us, oh Lord, in the name of Jesus. And we shall be established, Father Lord, in the name of Jesus. Thank you, Father
Lord Jesus.
Father,
we give you praise. Father, we return the glory to you. I thank you for these ones. And I pray, oh Lord, that they will be the first partaker of the divine. I pray there will be manifestations in their lives beyond their wildest imagination. The Bible says you are able to do exceedingly abundantly, far above that which we ask or imagine. Lord, show yourself strong on our behalf. We have heard what you want to do. And like Mary